This is another story from Inspector Tony, the private investigator. Before I proceed, if you have not done this, then you just click on the plus sign button above there and follow me for more stories like this. Yes, so this is another story. It was a story of a young boy called Jade. He was with his father, mother, and older sister having a meal, and suddenly two men burst into their house and sprayed, bullets, wiped the whole family out except him. Why they didn't take his life? Nobody knew. So the police couldn't do anything. They tried to arrest the assassins, but was unsuccessful. So this was many years ago. And when the boy Jake became an adult, he was curious and he wanted to find out who planned or who ordered the murder of his family and why the person or persons did not, spare his life. So he engaged this private eye, Inspector Tony, to find out. And to cut a long story short, I'm going to make this, it's a long story, but I'm going to cut it short to less than a few minutes. And Tony went into action, and he found that the two men were suspected Thais from Thailand. They were assassins, hitmen from Thailand. And through his connection in Bangkok, Tony managed to find out who ordered the killing. And they went and raided and arrested a guy called Cha. Cha was the mastermind. And they interrogated him and they found that the reason why he spared the boy's life but took the rest because they had a business deal. This man, Jake's father, called Jim. Jim and Cha were business associates, and things went wrong. So bitterly wrong. So Jim kidnapped Cha's wife and raped her, and then brought her to Singapore. And of course, after she gave birth to the little boy, Jim got rid of the boy's mother. So Cha was telling Tony that Jake was his son, because when she was adopted, she was pregnant with Cha's son. Oh, it was a really sad story. So Tony called Jake up in Singapore, and Jake flew down to meet the person who ordered the assassination of his family. And of course, he didn't believe the story of Cha. The Cha was his father, but they did a DNA test, and days later they found that he was indeed the son of Cha. But still, he wasn't happy. He said, "No, you are not my father." So he took Tony's gun and pointed at his so-called dad now, Cha's head. And next thing was, they flew back to Singapore together. Jake, Tony, and his associate. Whether the boy killed his own father, I don't know, because Tony never told me that.